Imagine you've been tossing, waking up with a sore back, and you think a new mattress might be the answer, but the last time you splurged on a bed it felt like a mistake. You want something that actually supports you without turning your bedroom into a freezer, yet you don't want to waste money on a mattress that feels like a rock or a marshmallow. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. That hesitation I hear all the time, especially when you're looking at a hybrid that promises firm and cooling. The Beautyrest Black Series 3 firm 14.5-inch hybrid king sits right in the middle of that debate. It's not a budget foam slab, and it's not a ultra-luxury hand-stitched inner spring. It's a mix of pocketed coils, high-density foam and a cooling cover, and the real question is whether that mix translates into a night that actually feels better for you. Let's start with the kind of person who might find this mattress a win. If you're a back sleeper or someone who spends a lot of time on the phone and ends the day with a tight lower back, you'll probably appreciate the firm feel. The firmness in the Black Series is designed to keep your spine in a neutral position, and the pocketed coil layer does a decent job of contouring to your hips and shoulders without collapsing. I've heard from a few friends who have chronic lower back pain that a firm hybrid often gives the kind of lift they need, especially when the foam layer on top distributes pressure more evenly than a classic inner spring ever could. Another practical scenario: you share a king-size bed with a partner who runs hot at night. The cooling technology built into the cover, usually a blend of breathable fabrics and a moisture-wicking finish, helps keep the surface temperature down. In a recent test, my roommate and I set a thermostat to 68°F and still noticed that the mattress surface stayed a few degrees cooler after an hour of sleep. It's not an icebox, but for people who sweat through the night, that modest drop can be the difference between tossing and staying asleep. Now, who should probably walk away? If you're a side sleeper who relies on plush cushioning to hug the curves of your body, the firm rating may feel too unforgiving. The pressure relief zones on the Black Series are more about support than sink and softness, so you might end up feeling pressure points on your shoulders or hips. Also, if you're looking for a lightweight mattress you can flip or rotate without a crew of friends, be prepared for some heft. At 14.5 inches thick and built with a dense coil core, this king-size model weighs well over 150 pounds. Moving it up a flight of stairs or rotating it for even wear can be a genuine chore. Let's talk about the hidden trade-offs that don't show up in the spec sheet. The hybrid construction means you get the bounce of coils and the body hug of foam, but it also means you have to give up a bit of the instant sink feel you get from all foam mattresses. For many people that's fine. The slight give combined with the firmness helps keep you from sinking too deep and waking up twisted. However, if you're used to the feeling of sinking into a cloud and you love that sensation, the Black Series will feel more like a supportive platform than a plush float. One practical strength that's worth highlighting is motion isolation. The pocketed coils are individually wrapped, so when my partner gets up to grab a glass of water, I barely feel a ripple. That's a big plus for light sleepers who share a big bed. The downside here is that because the coils are tightly packed and the foam layer isn't overly thick, the edge support is decent but not spectacular. If you sit on the edge of the bed or tend to sleep near the periphery, you might notice a slight dip, which could be a nuisance if you like to spread out. Durability is another piece of the puzzle that often gets glossed over. Beautyrest markets the Black Series as a premium line, and the material's high-density foam, reinforced coil system, and a robust cover suggest a longer lifespan than a cheap foam mattress that sags after a year. Real-world experience from owners who've kept a similar model for 3 to 4 years points to a mattress that retains its shape and firmness fairly well. That said, the firm feel doesn't mean it won't compress over time. The foam will gradually soften, but the coil core should keep the overall support level intact. Value for money is a question that comes up a lot when I